But all right, well, I mean, here's the heavily anticipated matchup. The matinee, the what do you want to call this? The main event of the evening?
Yeah, I believe that's what we call it. We call it the Segs E F. I don't know how they do it in the WWE. Whatever segment they're rolling, something like that.
I gotta fix this, but it's Digshake versus Choke Me I Like It. The 0-1 Choke Me I Like It. Do you think you and Choke are going to be in the losers bracket together?
I sure as hell hope not. I don't think so. No.
To set up the Western Alliance here, Coach Crab is in first place at 1-0. Both Digshake and myself are 0-0, and Choke Me I Like It are 0-1. So.
Yeah, it's a good bracket. A lot of things could happen. Digshake's got good times. I mean, nobody knows what Larry can do because I've seen him do good things, but anytime he says something, oh wait, you're Larry, aren't you? Anytime you say something, I can't believe what you're saying. So it's you're smart. You're like a snake in the grass. You know what I mean?
I have a 32-minute, 32-second personal best. You don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, if we do perpetuate this to the next tournament, I'm going to do a bunch of streams where I play badly on purpose and I get really good off of stream. And I'm just going to psych everybody out. Which I believe is what your idea has been all along.
Well, I mean, it's either. I mean, I've been playing too much of Zelda 2 randomizer to practice roller games. Maybe one day I'll practice it. But again, I'm not playing until next week anyway. I choose not to run.
I choose not to run. Very good. Very well done.
Digshake not wearing the hat, does that piss you off?
Pretty much everything about Digshake pisses me off. So
well, let's make a list. Just keep naming stuff.
Like he like has that. His name is like Digshake. Like he streams stuff. He has a hat. I don't know.
He doesn't
Don't
wear
get
a
me
hat.
started.
Yeah,
Don't get me started. Yeah, if he has a hat, like why aren't you wearing the hat? That's what I want to know.
Right. It's like, hey, look at me, guys. I have a hat, but I'm too cool to wear it.
Yeah, I'm not even going to wear it. It doesn't make sense.
It's like Choke saying he doesn't have a desk, you know?
Yeah, it's like pretending that you can't stream for Rap of the Rapper.
It's yeah, I mean, listen. These and let's be honest, these two are both battling internally. Even outside of Rollergames, there's a little bit of rivalry here because they're both trying to become our best friend.
Is that true?
Well, I mean, listen, Choke Me I Like It was our best friend, then he didn't have a desk anymore, so we wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see
like,
him
hey
for,
guys, I hear you beat Zelda 2 within 3 hours. That's a good time. Be like, hey, look, we found a new Choke.
That is exactly how it happened.
Yeah, and even Coach Crab in the other race was being auditioned. So basically, this tournament boils down to like, who are we going to befriend at the conclusion of the tournament?
Well, I didn't realize that was like the ultimate goal.
Oh,
But,
I mean, it's masked under the disguise of it being this invitational tournament kind of thing. Why do you think the invitations were given to certain people?
Oh, and that makes a lot of sense because yeah.
Why do you
Yeah,
think I'm
I
in
was-
one bracket and you're in the other bracket?
Well, I mean, I thought I saw somebody pull them out of a hat. That
Oh,
he
we're
might
back
have.
to the hat. Which he's not wearing. I need to say that. All right. Well, I mean, we are advertised at 11:40, but if these runners want to ready up in Discord, we could kind of. Oh, Choke is practicing the menu.
Oh, okay, good for him. That's actually a really good idea.
He's
I mean, we did see that. I don't know what we call that. We could call that the menu debulk. We could call it Choke Menu. I like it. Something like that. I've got a lot of ideas on the back burner right now.
Yeah, I mean, we have to come up with something that's catchy. For those who were not here to start the first race, Choke Me I Like It went into the menu selection screen and selected the T-Birds instead of the Hot Flash, then had to do a soft reset, which makes you wait about 30 seconds before you can actually start up the game and get back to the screen. So he was about a half a stage behind before he even started the race.
Which that's interesting.
Again, we could start the tournament on this screen, but for the sake of those who actually have a good time and want to submit it to a leaderboard or something, we have to start on the other screen because that's where all the runs seem like they're being timed from. So
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to be racing this game, we should race the same way that the best in the business do it, regardless of whether we're the worst in the business or not.
And I'll just inform them and in chat that just say when ready. Since we're not using IRC, you'll count them down, count us
Oh yeah,
down.
that's right. We have to do that again. Okay, I'm ready.
But yeah, personal best is separated by 43 seconds here, and we had a little fun to start the race. But truth be told, personal best is not really an indication of who's going to win, who's not going to win, because to arrive at that personal best, sometimes you can do it right away. Sometimes you're doing it within 4 or 5 or 2 hours worth of resets to get to that time. It's all what happens during the race and what they can do live. You know, how can they overcome selecting the wrong character at the menu or taking a death where they really don't want to take a death?
All right, I just did the 3, 2, 1 go, and we should be off here
Where did you do the 3, 2, 1 go?
in the chat.
Am I not in the chat? I'm not in the chat because when I restarted
Oh
Discord.
man, Choke just had to reset again. Well, I don't know how far offset their streams are, but here we go. Both runners selecting the hot flash characters and making their way through stage 1.
We do seem to have, at least to me, a 12-second difference in their timer watching it on multi-Twitch.
Yeah, that's what I see. So I think that Choke was on the selection screen and realized that he couldn't just start from there and did have to reset again to choose Hot Flash one more time.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Choke having a little bit of difficulty with the menu.
They are both at the same spot, though. I mean, like, 12 seconds or not, they're right there, right with each other, and it's really a matter of how fast are they going to... How many deaths are they going to have, and how fast can they get through these fights?
Ultimately, that is what it boils down to in roller games here. You know, you can do something weird and lose yourself some time or have a bad death, but ultimately it comes down to stage 5 and stage 6. Yeah, I actually only have a difference of 6 seconds on what I'm looking at. Maybe I'll refresh here.
I have 11 seconds. I have... Choke was at 108 when Digshake was at 120 on my screen. But Digshake can mess this jump up. He might be down a little bit too far. No, he hits it. I see him die on that jump a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I've seen a lot of resets there from Digshake.
He tries to line it up too far low. I like to use the dividing line in the road and the little divots.
Yeah, I'm directly underneath the. Yeah, I'd call those hash marks, I guess, in the road. I don't know. But that puts you in the right spot. And both dispatching of the minions here quickly.
Yeah, Digshake
gets the quick kill.
Digshake takes down the Monster Man, Bernie Jackson, and then Ms. Georgia Haas, and he's on to stage 2. Choke quickly. Yep. Choke's just right behind him, though. Menu difference or not.
Yeah, I really think that's the only thing. So you can really chalk up the difference in the run to the amount of time that the reset screen takes. And I'm always fascinated by the color difference in in the way that the streams portray this game.
Yeah, Digshake is on a cart, the original cart.
He's playing the original cartridge. Yeah, I think I have one of those. If you want a list of, never mind, I won't say that.
I'm not too skilled enough to have own many cartridges, but yeah, no, maybe one day I will.
It's an expensive one, so yeah, I would buy it right now before it gets any more expensive.
It's definitely going to blow up at the conclusion of this tournament. I can tell you that right now. Parappa Rapper went up $20, and all we did was talk about that game.
That actually did happen.
I know at least 6 people that bought Parappa Rapper because I said play PTR like 2 times.
That's a true story. That's very impressive.
All right, making our way through this scroller here.
Yeah, Digshake gets past the barrels and he finds himself face to face with a helicopter. And right when I say that, Choke is finishing the barrels up himself. So a very
Digshake on his
small
timer,
margin of
343.
victory for Digshake right now.
Digshake on his timer, 343 when the helicopter arrived. On Choke's screen, it is 342. So don't know why.
Okay, so
I think Choke's timer is a
correctly.
little bit later because, like you said, he had to reset the menu, wait for it, and then he started the timer. So we are watching these, both of them side by side. It's not delayed. It's just Choke's timer is a little bit behind because he hit it later. Choke's going with the I'm going to stand on the bottom pattern. Digshake's going to stand on top.
Yeah, I don't know. Choke must be watching the wrong person. I don't know why he's on the bottom.
He's getting, well, it's done. I was going to count how many bombs he's getting. He's not that far. I don't think he lost time there. I mean, again, it's just a matter of that little bit of a hesitation on the menu is the difference between our runners right now.
Yeah, that's it. It's only about 7 seconds, I would say, at the most. Hard to say, but
Ooh, Digshake
pretty
gets
simple
hit.
level here.
Takes a trip.
That's about all that can happen to you in 3-1 if you take a little. I mean, you can fall in those holes that the guys throw, but now that everybody's played this through a few times, you know to not even get in the line of that. Just going up diagonal, you know you can punch that guy. You won't even have to deal with that little hole in the ground that he makes.
Digshake misses his super. He loses one, so now he has to take these guys out normal, and then he can do a super on this guy because he's got one more left. So he lost a little bit of time in the fight, but not as much as Choke is losing by not using the super. There it goes. He's trying to line him up by missing drop kicks instead of just like wiggling out of the way. I'm not too sure if he saved or lost time there. We'll call it still even based on the positions they were going into stage 3. Playing it a little bit safe there with the water.
Yeah, both runners though looking good. Makes it over the barrel, and they're both going to be at this encounter, the shutter door encounter at the same time. Both of them using the World Series, the world record strategy of kind of nudging the enemy over to the edge there and punching right in the water.
One of my favorite parts about this level when practicing it and watching people practice it is when you see Choke get done here, watch where it positions you. It moves you automatically down there. So everyone moves to the right and makes a jump, and they jump right into the water because there's nothing over there. It's one of the more funnier things.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun the first time I did it. It made me laugh, that's for sure.
And Digshake's now on the boss.
Also with the Cliffs of Insanity, you get the same thing there. It's like
With the door, yeah.
Yeah. And let's see if Digshake looks like he lines up the first stage of the boss a little bit slower. Digshake does.
I go on an audio cue. Like right when that first hum is over, that's when I like to just jump.
Yeah, I'll flip backwards from that second platform there in the middle. Kind of try to line it up that way, but it's still hard to do. But Choke did gain a little bit of time there because he got the quick kill on the first stage of the boss, but the way Digshake, he plays it a little bit safer.
And we are only separated by one death, so it doesn't matter how far Digshake is ahead right now. He can be 10 seconds ahead. It's still only really one death separating him. Digshake takes the death, Choke doesn't take the death or takes less deaths. He'll be in a better position. Well, I mean, granted where the deaths are, but still.
Yeah, anything can happen, but, you know, ideal in a perfect world when you're calling this race or when you see who's going to get ahead or behind, you just have to wait till stage 5 and see what people do, if you can get through it.
And I do need to say that in stage 5, Digshake used to switch to the T-Birds like Choke did in his first race, but ever since watching Link beat you, Digshake has been trying to do the hot flash on the cliffs strategy with the wall buffer. And I'm not too sure what he's going to do here, but it's still not 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's never 100%, not even with the T-Birds, but But yeah, I remember when I watched the rebroadcast where he called that, and he's like, "Well, I'm starting to think that I need to change up my strategy." And then I saw him doing that immediately. So
Yeah, he definitely
we'll see
wants
if
to
he's
beat
going to
you.
go that. I think he does. Yeah, I think he wants to do that. But I mean, whatever. If you want to go fast on that level, that's fine. But if you die, you die. That's really what it boils down to.
And just to remind people, what is the boss of this called?
I believe it's called a truck. Something like that.
And we do have fun, just like we talked about the jump in 3-2 and then the door in the cliffs. That's another part right here, this boss. If you get hit by the truck and you don't know to move to the bottom of the screen, you're done. Like, it's a one-hit kill.
Yeah, playing this game blind, there are definitely those 3 spots where 100% you are going to die if you don't know what's going on, just because you don't know better. And the game doesn't give you that information. It makes you learn that way. I don't see how anybody would go to the bottom of the screen there just to be like, oh yeah, let's go to the bottom of the screen. Like, no, you're going to get killed by the truck every time.
Even if chat's warning you about the truck.
But we do see Digshake not going for those super speed strats here, and both of them fighting with the Icebox, Robert Smith.
Very good. Number 6 on the program.
A little bit slow, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. It's about consistency. It's not always about speed.
No, don't make the jumps, you know, and you're only going to lose to the person who, don't make the jumps, don't get killed, and you're only going to lose to the person who makes jumps, doesn't get killed, and uses the faster character, really.
Yeah, I know that more than anybody, honestly. I even tried to use the safe strategies, but it didn't work for me. This game's tricky even if you try to make it easy.
And here comes Digshake's attempt at the Cliffs of Insanity. Let's see.
I think Digshake should be pretty simple here. He had the T-Bird strategies down pretty well.
Yep.
And no problem. Yep, T-Bird go through, and let's see if Choke can do it right immediately after Digshake. Oh geez, that was close there. He had to use the wall buffer to slow down. Nice recovery by ChokeMeILikeIt, and both of them opting for the game over and switching over to Hot Flash.
Yeah, you kind of need to do that, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. Oh!
You don't need to do that, though, Digshake.
I love to see Digshake do that, though, just because, I don't know. I believe that you will ultimately lose time switching, game overing and switching over.
I think if using the T-Birds, you will not lose time. Unless you have to die 4 times because you got a 1-up and you were flawless the whole way through. But if you're the Rockers, I think you're a little bit faster, so...
Yeah, slightly, but I don't know. We still haven't timed it out, so it's still up to debate. But again, that is always a thing that I think about. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, Digshake got that 1-up, like, but ultimately I don't think there's a way to avoid that 1-up. Just the game just forces you into killing enemies, so eventually you're going to accumulate points to get that 1-up.
And you only see the points on the game over death screen, so you don't even know how many points you have or how many points a 1-up is worth, or how you getting the points. Are you getting them phantomly by jumping over potholes as well?
Yeah, it's difficult to tell. Oh man, this is a great race right here. Both of our runners getting past the Cliffs of Insanity and the raft spot on their first try. Very well done. It's basically been the same way the entire race. Digshake's only had about a 8 to 10 second lead the entire time, and it looks like we're going to continue that way if we see both of them complete the boss.
Digshake has the death though, but it was early in 5-2.
Yeah. That's
and Choke had the menu gaff in the beginning where he wasn't on the right screen to start.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got hit by the barrel and knocked in. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Alright, let's see Choke trying to finish off the boss here. One more jump kick. Oh no!
He always misses the jump kick.
Costly mistake. He
either
went too
whiffs
early.
or he gets hit.
Yeah, because then you have to go through a double animation. Okay, at least he got him on the direct dive through, so it didn't cost him more than 10 seconds there.
Yeah, direct dive through is pretty hard as well because you're basically doing it blind to line it up.
Yeah, he just kind of pops in there. It's hard to do, but
And if you're wondering, he doesn't always jump the jet ski over the center of the ramp. It's based on where you're standing at a certain point. So and you can't just move to the side and wait for him to go down the center and then jump.
yeah, I have that area kind of figured out for myself. I'm kind of as far as this tournament goes on, I feel a little bit.
You're a little bit
Yeah.
ahead of me and everybody else watching. So if you just delay a little bit when you see something.
Okay, no problem.
I don't think the way we're doing it. I don't think there's a way for you to pause and then.
No, not
up.
even if you pause on multi-twitch, it catches up itself.
Yeah.
Ouch. Oh, sorry.
And no, I saw that at the same time. Digshake
Oh, okay.
takes that death right there. 6-2 is pretty tough on Digshake. It's where most of his runs, I feel, get reset, or where he loses his desire to finish a run.
Yeah, I thought he developed a new moniker due to that.
The no BS, no reset policy.
No, somebody called him 6-2 Shake, is what I heard.
Yes, 6-2 Shake was definitely his nickname. And then I called him idiot who made the broken bridge and cost me 40 minutes in a Zelda 2 race. After that. I'm over that, though.
Alright, he only took that one death. Now he's up to the flames here. Oh!
Yeah, that's another death right there. That's another Digshake spot. He doesn't make it. And I know there was talk about how those flames happen. They happen on a timer based on you hitting a certain point to trigger it. So it will always happen. It doesn't happen in proximity. It's a timer and it's timed, so you can time your jumps over them. They just don't start until you get to a certain, you scroll the screen a certain way.
Well, and Digshake was in the lead on that race the entire time, and it looks like ChokeMeILikeIt has just taken the lead, and he's up to the barrels and spikes, as we call it.
Yeah, Choke has now taken the lead, folks.
What a great race! This is what we hope for right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's see if he can get up to the boss really quick. He's a little bit away from the wall, but yeah, he made that jump and landed perfectly.
Well,
Choke looks
there's
like
the
if
jump
he has a
now,
good-
and he does land it and make it perfectly. For
Sorry.
everyone else watching.
I apologize. I did that again.
He's on 6-4, ladies and gentlemen. Really, the only thing here is if we see he can handle the boss. Does he take damage during this initial 6-person fight? Digshake does die again.
Oh wow, Digshake. Yeah, Digshake's in trouble, and he knows it for sure.
I was going to say, does Choke take too much damage here and take a little bit of chip damage from the boss and die? Because that could make a difference. But now he's got a little bit of breathing room. Another thing you have to watch out for here, if you don't realize it, in avoiding the boss to go around him if he's not giving you a good pattern, you can fall off the bottom of the stage.
Yeah, the other thing is you kind of... I mean, I've definitely panicked before when you get stun locked by him. You don't know whether to go up or to go down to get out of his range. It doesn't seem like there's much you can do, and you just kind of... You can definitely force yourself off the bottom if you get stuck and you're trying to just do it. Get away from him. But Choke looks like he's getting a double hits down here. He's gonna have a pretty good boss kill here and a very solid time for ChokeMeILikeIt. I would predict coming up very shortly here.
Couple more hits, maybe one more hit, and there it is. It's called 17-13.
Well done. Very well done. Yes, we will call that official win from Mr. ChokeMeILikeIt at 17-13. Nothing to sneeze at. I've seen somebody get a minute and 1 second faster than that, but we won't talk about that.
What's going on, guys?
Choke, welcome back,
Choke.
man. Congratulations. Why don't you tell us what you did differently this run than you did last run?
So pretty much what I did is I took last run as a template, if you will, and did everything different, and this was the result.
It seems like you did change stuff around. I did want to ask you about the menu in the beginning. Did you forget that you were on the select screen and had to reset and reselect your character?
Yeah, what I did about 5 minutes before we started is I reset the game. Then I was like, oh, Larry's using this for music. So I went ahead and went to that screen just for music purposes, and then I got ready and went, oh, crap. So, yeah, I actually lost it,
We thought you were practicing the menu.
No, I probably lost about 6 or 7 seconds there, but
That was the main difference, almost the entire run until 6-2, I believe, where that's where the gap began. Digshake took a death, and you kind of powered through.
It actually took
Wow.
a third death by Digshake to actually get for you to pass him, though.
Yeah.
no kidding, because I was on a PB run pretty much that entire run for me.
Yeah,
6-2 is really where I gained time.
Digshake's slower on his splits, but the whole menu thing in the beginning, and maybe the point in time where he did die, was a non, because he died really early in 5-2.
Okay.
So there wasn't much of a screen to make up, but it was only on his second death on 6-2 did you overcome him. That was deathless from you, right?
Aside from the really poor fatty strats and purpose deaths, that was a deathless run. Other than that,
Yeah, that's a solid run. That's very well done, Choke.
So what's harder, working Discord and getting your mic to work so you can talk to us, or actually racing Digshake?
it's the nerves, man. It's been a while since I've raced, and since my RC doesn't seem to work, it's been a while. There's like an adrenaline, you know.
I do know about that. I suffered some heavy adrenaline earlier this.
6-2 Shake is looking to finish up 6-2 here.
Yeah, it looks like that. Looks like that nickname, whether he likes it or not, is going to stick. Oh, there he goes. He got by it.
6-2 is his Eon drop room, by the way.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But great job, Choke. Anything you want to say about that run? Like anything you thought stood out? Any fights you thought might go better or worse? How about how the boss fight went? I mean, other than that, I mean, I thought it was very solid. I think you did very well.
No, I think I tend to go a little bit on the defensive, like fatty strat. So I'm going to sacrifice a half a minute, but I can almost guarantee, not guarantee, of course, but I have a much higher success rate at cliffs, for instance, doing that strat. So I save 30 seconds by sacrificing 30 seconds, and then the final boss, I don't know, doing the double kick and not trying to do the regular kicks. It just there's faster ways at it all, but it seems to be the best of the middle road for me. I tend to do the defensive route a little bit more than the super speed strats, but
Yeah, I would agree with what you did there 100%. Like as far as, if we're racing in a tournament here, you want to focus on consistency. You're like I kept saying that when we started doing this. I'm not trying to beat the world record. I'm just trying to beat you guys. So why would I go for that?
Well, and that's it. 17:13. I mean, obviously that's a huge PB for me, but I feel like that's a really competitive time. And if somebody like last race where Coach shows in a 16:37, I mean, there's something you can do about that. Just congrats.
Yeah, Coach for sure putting up the best time of the tournament, but your 17:13 is actually the second best time of the tournament. So very well done, Choke. And Digshake just finished with about 22 minutes, and it looks like he just cut his stream because seems like he's upset about that.
I have one question for each of you. Choke, I'll start with you. You have one more match remaining. You are 1-1 in the Western Alliance bracket. Who's your next opponent, and how you can prepare for that?
Well, first of all, I'm extremely excited that I actually made it in the Western Alliance.
I'm sorry, Eastern Empire. You're in. My bad.
No, I'm on the Western. You know what I'm saying? For like Harry Potter fans, the Eastern Empire is like being in Slytherin. I'd have to.
There's two
reference.
Californians in the Eastern Empire. You are actually a Californian that's actually in the Western Empire.
Right where I should be.
Yeah.
So the next one actually, as Larry, is against you. And to be honest with you, I have
Larry's in this tournament. Sorry.
Yeah, he's done a very good job as of late of not broadcasting any runs, so nobody really knows where he's at. Larry could be running 25 minutes, or he could be running 15 minutes for all we know. So I honestly feel like it's going to be much the same, though. I'm going to have to run sub 19 is where I always peg this race, and if somebody else runs a perfect run, I mean, so be it. That's just kind of the way it goes.
My question now to you, Buzz. You are 0-1. You have two races coming up, but let's just assume you're going to win both of those. What game are you going to make Digshake play?
That's a good question. I never considered that because I didn't really think that Digshake would be the ultimate loser. But now that I do, I believe it's what, Dragon Warrior 4, I think. No, you know what? It might be Skater Die 2.
He did not like Skater Die 2. I'll definitely give it that. Choke, have you had any consideration of because there are two things to do in this tournament for those who don't know. There are three positions in the tournament where you can nominate a game for next month's tournament. You can win the tournament, you can take second place in the tournament, or you can be the winner in the ultimate loser race. Have you given any consideration, if you are in one of those three spots, what game you would want to run for next month?
I did a little research, nothing near the extent that Buzz has done so far, but I don't have a determination yet. Although I will say that most of the ones I've looked at so far are not usually on everybody else's pick, so it might be good. I don't know if they fit the category just right or not, but maybe it'll throw a little variance in from what everybody else is looking at.
Yeah, well, the fact of the matter is nobody knows what the category is, what we're looking for. We just know that we were playing roller games. That was my
True.
suggestion. Yeah, stuff like that.
No, that's very true. I was just trying to look at similar games. I mean, roller games. Honestly, I think it was a perfect pick for this type of tournament, and I was trying to look for something equally perfect.
Have you tried roller games too?
Is that a thing?
No, it's not. It should be. Season 2 should have
Okay.
definitely been a thing. You guys have a couple $1 million. Let's try to put it together.
Say maybe Digshake will be able to program that by the time rivalry is over, and we'll have to play it.
I have my new donation goal set. Save roller games, like $25 million.
You're gonna try to get the actual re-establishment of the television series.
Yeah, I have to. I guess I have to do a
good luck.
24-hour stream or something.
The donation bar spans like four times across the screen.
It spans on other people's screens.
Yeah, I'd say good luck for sure with that one. Looks like we do have the unfortunate loser of this match here joining us. Is that Digshake?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Digshake? How's it going?
Oh, it's been better.
It's what do you think happened there? It seemed like you got a little bit angry at the end and turned your screen off, but yeah, let's walk us through that one.
Asian, for sure. I mean, my biggest complaint is I've never seen the fire bar on that last conveyor belt come out like that. I don't know how that happens. Like,
see, that's another thing. When I was talking to Link about that, he kept saying like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty consistent." But the whole time he was saying that, I was like, "I've seen it do different things, and I don't understand how that last portion works. So I can't make that part consistent." And it seems like you just had a firsthand experience at the same thing that I was thinking.
yeah. I mean, I switched it up to the safe route through there without taking the corner off, and still managed to a lot. So I'm certainly not happy about that. But I don't like some of those were definitely my faults. I feel like most of the ones that were my fault were after I was already hate spiraling downwards because of that fire bar that just randomly popped out. So, but man, hell of a time from Choke though. Where the hell, like 17-13?
Yeah, I was going to say that is our second best race time out of the 4 official tournament races that we have seen. Yeah, he did very well. So I mean, hard to compete with that. Even one death.
Yeah,
you know, hard to get by.
I would have had a hard time beating that time, even if I had made it through 6-2 in the clear. I struggle on the boss as well, so I very easily could have lost it at that point with the run that Choke had. So yeah, I mean, just well played. Congrats, man.
Thanks, Dig. Appreciate it. That definitely was the first time I've done that. So, you know.
And again, that was deathless for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, except for the purposeful flatty strats.
Right. Yes. Yeah, we don't count that obviously, but.
Oh, I appreciate that. I figured Buzz would, but yeah, other than that, it was deathless for me.
Hey, Dig,
Well,
you practiced
I guess I could.
You practiced it a lot, Digshake. Was there any decision there? any part of you think you were going to go with Hot Flash on 5-1, or you knew you were going to do T-Birds all the way?
Well, I was so a couple things went into that. One, I knew Choke was doing fatty strats, so I knew I wasn't really going to lose any time doing fatty strats. And two, I was actually watching the stream to see where Choke was, and since he was so close, I was like, I'm not risking it with the Hot Flash. I'm taking the safe strats.
Were you listening to the stream at the same time?
I was not listening, and I
Okay.
probably
Then I probably don't have to apologize then.
Oh, I mean, you still have to apologize, but I haven't heard what you have to apologize for yet.
I may have said some things, and I do apologize. Buzz started it, though, just to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's lie.
I mean, so the one thing that I am happy to say is I have as many wins as Buzz does, so I feel pretty good about that.
That is true, and somehow, if you do beat him in the Ultimate Loser match, would that redeem your whole tournament?
You know, if I ever beat Buzz at anything, it's a good day. So,
Man, those are some shallow goals that you have there, Digshake.
Says
But
the
the
guy who
important
has a
thing is-
Nightbot command dedicated to humiliating Digshake.
The important thing is they're attainable goals.
They are, yes.
yeah.
You do have two more races left, Dig. You are not you're not out of the woods, but you're not also in bad shape
Oh,
either.
it's not looking good for me. I haven't seen you practicing, Larry, but I'm sure that you are.
I don't know.
So,
I stream
I have
about
no
21 hours a day, so if I'm not doing it on stream, I don't know when I'm practicing.
Personally,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
even if you're not, then I still think we're pretty evenly matched, and a coach is just on fire right now, so I don't expect to beat that guy.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, listen, if the tournament was using Discord, Coach would finish in last place, but obviously it's not. It's Rollergames, and he's crushing it right now. He certainly is.
Here's the thing. Larry not practicing this game would be the same thing as Buzz going in and actually playing a game blind. Just gonna leave that up there.
That actually
Wow.
happened, though, Choke. Both of them.
Yeah. Whatever you say.
I'm just kidding, Buzz. I'm with you.
I apologize, because that actually really hurts him when you say things like
Nope.
that.
That's not true.
No, it's actually a compliment, because the fact that you guys think that, me playing blind means that I played it earlier. I'm like, wow, I'm that good. How about that?
That really is what the whole joke is stemmed from. Is that you played impressively well that first time.
Yeah, except for I jumped off the cliff and jumped into the water.
Well, up until
Got hit by the
3-2,
truck.
you played really good. You lined up every jump, buddy.
Is that right?
Every jump. Remember that jump in
Yeah.
1-2 we were talking about, where you line it up off the hash marks and the thing? You went right to that
Yeah.
spot and you jumped right away.
Blind luck.
Blind luck, yeah. But yeah, any parting words, guys? Anything you want to say about your upcoming matches or things you're going to be working on, maybe?
I'm gonna have a beer and appreciate you guys doing the restream. This has been a lot of fun.
I
Win
need
or
a
lose.
drink. I'm ready.
Digshake's ready to go. He's calling out Coach Crab, but Coach Crab avoided didn't want to do a triple header. He wanted to wait till later for some reason, playing mind games with Digshake. Does that bother you, Dig? Because he's here in chat right now, and he didn't want to race you.
Well, I wouldn't say I called him out necessarily. I kindly asked him if he would want to race after this. But honestly, seeing how things turned out, it might be a good thing that we didn't set that up, because I'm still kind of on tilt from that last one. So,
Are you going to be practicing at any time tonight?
oh, am I allowed to say that? Sorry, I'm staying away from this game.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Good game.
Censors
Thanks.
will bleep that one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us, and have a good rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, Buzz.
All right. Yeah, that was a good couple of races there. A lot better, a lot closer than I thought that we would have. I'm very, very pleased with the outcome. What we saw there, Choke, a little bit of a I didn't expect that. I thought Digshake, from what I'd seen, had it in hand. Again, Choke doesn't stream all the time, so it's harder to see what he can do.
I
But
will be honest. I
good
will
for
say,
him.
because of the him having a job and working all the time and a family
Oh, that's true.
and a
Yeah.
desk, I really didn't think Choke Me I Like It would be this competitive, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But I'm eating my words now. Coach too, as well. I'm eating my words on both accounts. I thought that prior to the
Coach came out of nowhere with this game. He just owned it.
prior to the drawings and knowing I was going to be in both of their brackets, I'm like, well, this tournament's probably only going to be up to like maybe 3 people, you, Dig, or Link. And I'm like, well, Coach, Choke, Joshy, BGT, they have no chance. And then Coach goes sub 17, and Choke Me, I Like It puts up a low 17, and I'm just like, well then, maybe it's me that has a problem.
All bets are off. I'm telling you, this game turned out to be perfect for the skill level of the vast majority of the entrants that we have. Speaking of which, what is the next race that we have coming up in this tournament?
Well, are we going by timestamp date, or are we going by date of the race?
I don't even see a timestamp anymore, so that confusion.
It's been buzz-proofed.
I believe that's been eliminated.
Joshy D and Buzz Thunder are going to race at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I believe
that was actually a suggestion from Joshy D, because he said we should race at high noon because that's fit for an execution. So we're racing at high noon his time.
High noon his time, so that's noon on Pacific, and that is on.
That's going to be Saturday, smack in the middle of the day, where nobody's inside on a computer. So we'll see what happens.
Sunday night / Monday morning. It's actually 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast, but it is still Sunday night on every other time zone. You are racing BGT, but before that, BGT is racing Joshy D starting at 11 Eastern time. So a little bit of a doubleheader, but there's a lot of time in between.
Is that right? Because the way I see it, he's racing Bankless Tube and Joshy D are racing.
Oh, 11 on Monday night. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. It's you guys are racing Sunday night / Monday morning, the 12:30 a.m. It's confusing when it overlaps like that with time zones. And then 11 and a half hours later, or 10 and a half hours later, Joshy D on Monday night is playing Bankless Tube. And then on Tuesday night, Digshake and Coach Crab are.
Yeah, that's honestly, that was the one that I was looking most forward to in that bracket. To see the matchup, but now now I just don't know what to think, because I feel like Coach Crab versus Choke should have been a little bit closer. But again, it's hard to say. This is just a tricky game. So many little things can happen that will change your outcome on what a person can do and what they're capable of. So you never really know. So any race can be great. Except for me versus Joshy D. I bet I could beat it 4 times before Joshy D beats it once.
Wow. Okay. So that challenge is laid down. That matchup again is Sunday night / Monday. Oh no, that's Saturday afternoon. That matchup.
That is, yes, high noon.
Yeah. So again, thanks for joining me, Buzz, and thanks everyone else for being in chat. There's a link to all the runners and commentators today. If you kindly throw them a follow, you'll be able to watch some more roller games action and whatever other games they play. They're cool dudes. And then here's the link for the tournament, where you can get the standings. It's not tournament, idiot.
Yeah.
There we go. You can get all the the matchups, the standings, the brackets, the schedules, and what will soon be the links to the video on demand for any races you missed. Buzz, thanks again.
Thank you, Angry Larry. It's been a pleasure and a privilege.
And we'll see you guys on Saturday afternoon. See you later.